This tutorial is about pyramids, so here it is, a basic pyramid. You can vary the proportions and change the type of pyramid that you're producing. So this is the most simple. Here's an example of one that's taller and steeper. This one is stuck down parallel to the spine, whereas these ones are based on V-folds. So the creases converge on the spine. As it closes down, the corner lifts up. This time is stuck down parallel to the spine, so it closes up in a different way. Also, this has 6 creases, whereas the other just has creases on the corners of the pyramid. This one has to have creases above the spine. There are other variations. So there's this is an asymmetric pyramid, quite complicated to calculate, but yeah, quite fun. This is another variation. This is actually a cone, but it's the same principle as the pyramid. Again, it's stuck down parallel to the spine. Just hasn't got any angle creases making corners, but it's the same basic shape. So this is a stretch pyramid. It's a parallel fold, tutorial 6, with half a pyramid on each end. In this spread, the camel is made with an asymmetric pyramid, and the neck is made with a counterfolded piece that is covered in tutorial 8. And so whole chunks of the basic pyramid have been cut away to give the camel. It is a very rigid shape, so you can cut pieces away. So I'll just show you how to make a regular simple pyramid. Take a base sheet, fold it in half, crease it really thoroughly. And then you can take half a piece of card. You need a compass, you need a scoring tool, a ruler, and the usual scissors and glue. So take the compass, mark where you're going to put the point. Draw a semicircle. The bigger the circle, the flatter the pyramid can be. You then adjust the gap between the point and the pencil on your compass. The bigger the gap, the flatter the pyramid will be. The smaller the gap, the more steep and pointy it will be. So it all depends what type of pyramid you're wanting. So make the first mark and measure off a length round the arc. Do it again. So these are the 4 base sides of the pyramid. So there's the 4 bases. Now you need to score between those marks and the point where the point of the compass was. So 1. I'll just move this off, or I'll score onto that. 2, 3, 4, and the last one. You'll also need 2 straight scored lines where the tabs that glue it to the page are going to be. So we'll just put them adjacent to each other. So there's one, there's the other. And these other edges will just need to be cut off straight, so might as well just cut them off with the ruler. So you get a nice straight cut. 1. And then this last side, you're going to need a gluing tab to pull the whole thing into shape. So we'll just cut that gluing tab there. You need to be aware of the angle at the top of the pyramid and make sure that the angle of the tab is going to fit within that. And then you can cut down this line. And you need 2 gluing tabs below these scored lines. Right. Fold along the creases. not forgetting the creases where the tabs will stick the whole thing to the page. And then you glue it shut. Make sure those creases are really good, and then glue it into shape. So put glue on that. And glue it shut. So before you glue it to the page, make sure that your cutting and gluing will actually fold flat. Then you take your base sheet. These are going to glue underneath, so look and make sure they're not going to overlap. And then this is going to stick down like this. And you don't actually need to measure where it's going to stick down. Just make sure that the crease between the two tabs is on the line, and make sure that the other crease is also on that spine line. And then you can glue them both down at the same time. Just make sure the two tabs are one on each side. Make sure that the points, the corners of the pyramid are flush with that line, and then you can close it down, press it down, and there you have it in your design. You might want something hidden underneath it, some image or other little V-fold or something, so that as you open the page that disappears under the pyramid. Or you have it this way round, and so you get a better optical illusion. It just seems to be flush with the page. I'll show you a few commercial ones. So this is Great Pop-Up Buildings of the World, and the first spread is a couple of pyramids. The next one I've got for you is Blue 2. And the pyramid is stuck down parallel to the spine. You can see what a rigid shape it is, that you can cut away an awful lot of it and it still keeps its shape. And in fact, there's two more pyramids inside it, both parallel folds. And you can see the folds over the spine that these parallel folds need. In this case, they're going inwards rather than outwards. And finally, in this book, Flying Machines by Ib Pennick. In this case, the aeroplane is based on the basic box, which is tutorial 14. But if you look at the nose cone of the plane, that is a pyramid. That's a parallel fold pyramid. It's stuck down to the two walls of the plane, so that is a pyramid being used not as a pyramid, but part of it's the same mechanism used as part of a different design. And that's it for pyramids. There's more about them in my book, Pop-Up Design and Paper Mechanics.